Very good morning, everyone. Hope you all must be doing great. Today, I'll be discussing two important sections of TDS. One is section 194M, the other one is 194N. Why I'm saying these important section? Because these are examiners' most favorite. They keep on asking questions repeatedly on these two, particularly on these two sections. See, section 194M, it is applicable for individual or HUF. If the deductor is only no other deductor, only individual or HUF, individual or HUF, if they are making a payment to a resident. For what? For what purpose they are making the payment? They are making the payment either to a contractor, they are making a payment to a resident contractor, or they are making a payment for professional services, or they are making payment for commission or brokerage. Then we have section 194M. The rate of TDS here, it would be very important. You should know the rate and the threshold limit. Rate is 5% and the threshold limit, it says it's 50 lakh rupees. It means that if, let's say, you are making a payment to a contractor, and if it is not going above 50 lakh, no need to deduct TDS. But in a year, if the aggregate payment which you are making, it is exceeding rupees 50 lakh rupees, then you are supposed to deduct TDS at a rate of 5%. Let's say if you are making a payment of 51 lakh, then apply 5% on the entire amount of 51 lakh, right? Some important points regarding section 194M. It says that if the assessee can deduct TDS only under section 194M, if they are not liable to deduct TDS under section 194C or 194J and 194H. You know, I believe that you remember these sections. Let me give a quick overview also of these three sections. See, 194C is related to contract. 194J, it covers 4 or 5 things, and one of them is professional services. 194H is related to commission and brokerage. So if the person is liable to deduct TDS under section 194C, then 194C would be applicable, 194M will not apply. If a person is liable to deduct, similarly, if the person is liable to deduct TDS under section 194J or 194H, then these section will apply, this section will not apply. So we can say like this, that these are specific sections. If a person is covered over here, if the deductor is covered under these sections, then please follow these specific section. Do not follow this general section, right? So only those individual and HUF are covered over here who are not liable to deduct TDS under these three sections. Because why? Now the question is how you would differentiate whether we have to deduct TDS under these sections or we have to deduct TDS under section 194M. See, this is very simple. See, if I tell you about 194C, 194J and 194H. C is for contract, J is covers technical services also, professional services also, royalty, non-competing fees, director fees also. But as of now, we are concerned with professional services. 194H covers commission and brokerage. See, if a person is making a payment to a contractor, this deductor can be a company. If company is making a payment to a contractor, they will be deducting under section 194C. Can they deduct under 194M also? The answer is no, because under section 194M, only individual and HUF are allowed to deduct TDS. Okay. So for companies, firms, etc., AOPs, BOIs, we have only these sections. We don't have 194M, first of all. Second thing is, whether individual or HUF can also deduct TDS under these sections, the answer is yes, they can deduct. So how we would be differentiating between the two? See, first of all, only those individual or HUF will be covered under this section if their turnover of the preceding year, their turnover of the last year exceeds rupees 1 crore if they are carrying business, or if it exceeds rupees 50 lakh in case of, you understand, profession. So tell me, if an individual has last year turnover of less than 1 crore or less than 50 lakh as the case may be, so these sections cannot come into picture. Only 194M can come in that case, right? So if a person is not liable, his turnover was not exceeding 1 crore 50 lakh, then he will not be deducting TDS under these sections. He will be deducting TDS under section 194M. Second thing, if you would like to deduct TDS under these sections, this must be for only for your business expense. It should be a business expense. It should not be a personal expense. By business expense, we mean that the payment which you are making, it should be for your business or professional purpose. It should not be for other purpose. It should not be a personal purpose. So let's say if there is an individual, Mr. X, and his turnover is, let's say, his more than 1 crore, he's carrying a business, his turnover is, let's say, 10 crore rupees. So he can deduct TDS under, let's say, under 194C. But he is making a payment to such a contractor that is for personal nature. So again, that person cannot cover under section 194C. So we know that when this section 194C, J or H will apply. So in case of individual, first of all, they have to satisfy the turnover limit. Second thing, they have to satisfy that this is the payment which is made for their business purpose. Then these section will come into picture. 194M will not come. But in case we are not able to deduct TDS in these sections, why? Because of turnover or because it is a personal expense, then we can deduct a TDS in this section 194M. And very important point, please always remember this, the threshold limit is 50 lakhs. It's a good threshold limit. It's a good amount of threshold limit of 50 lakh. Why? Section 194M is there in, is introduced in law because income tax department would like to supervise the high value transactions. See, even if this individual is making a payment, let's say he's making a payment to a contractor for his personal house and he's making a payment in the entire year more than 50 lakh. So we would like to supervise this particular person. So that is the reason you are entering into such a high value transactions. We have introduced, income tax has introduced section 194M. Got it? Easy. So this is under section 1, this is 194M. Please remember the threshold limit. Please remember the rate of TDS 5%. Okay, coming to next section, section 194N. Again, a very important section. This is applicable. The TDS deductor would be here. In case of bank can deduct TDS under section 194N, or a cooperative bank, it could be, or it could be a post office also. See, 194N, bank will be deducting, or cooperative or post office post office would be deducting TDS in case you are withdrawing a huge amount of cash from your bank account. If a person is withdrawing a huge amount of cash from their bank account, they will be deducting the TDS. So we have certain threshold limit. For some people it is 20 lakh, for some it is 1 crore, and for few it is 3 crore also. This 3 crore has been recently amended by Finance Act 2023. So that is making this section more important for your examination. See, generally the limit is 1 crore. First I'll explain with 1 crore, then I'll come to 20 lakh and your 3 crore also. See, this section says if a person is having an account in bank, cooperative bank and the post office, and if that person is withdrawing more than 1 crore rupees during the year, during the entire previous year, if this person is withdrawing more than 1 crore rupees, then they are saying that such bank will deduct 2% of the TDS in excess of 1 crore. Got it? Up to 1 crore, we are not going to deduct anything. So if you withdraw 0 to 1 crore, we are not going to deduct any TDS. And if it is more than 1 crore, so 1 crore to whatever amount you withdraw, on that amount, we are going to charge 2% on that. So it is not on entire amount. First of all, please understand, it is in excess of 1 crore. So the amount of the threshold limit is 1 crore and the rate of TDS is 2%. Easy. Okay. It also says for some people, if they are non-compliant of what? They have not submitted their ROI of last 3 years within the due date. If they have not, even of any 1 year, if they have not submitted their ROI within the due date, then we give them a name. We call them non-filers, right? I can give them a name, non-filer. So I'm giving them a name, non-filers. So in case of non-filers, if they withdraw the amount from bank, cooperative bank or post office, then even after 20 lakh, we are going to deduct TDS. So for them, the limit is 20 lakh, 0 to 20 lakh, we are not going to apply any rate of TDS, but above 20 lakh, we will apply 2% rate. And in case it goes above 1 crore, then we will going to apply 5% TDS rate. So for the people who are actually submitting their return on time, all the 3 returns have been submitted on time. For them, it is 1 crore. Only 1 crore, only after 1 crore, we are going to deduct 2% TDS. For those who are non-filers who have not submitted their returns, any of the return on time, last 3 returns, then we will call them non-filer. And for non-filer, the rate of TDS is after 20 lakh 2%, and after 1 crore it would be 5%. So what I can say, I can also write it like this: 0 to 20 lakh no TDS, and after 20 lakh, so as of now I'm writing after 20 lakh it till 100 lakh, that is 1 crore, the rate of TDS would be 2%. And from 100 lakh onwards, that is above 1 crore, it would be up to any amount, it would be 5%. Got it? Easy. Okay, now understand that this last 3 years ROI, it would be, let's say the assessee is withdrawing the amount during the previous year 23-24. So should we take the last 3 years as previous year 21, 22, 22, 23 and 2021? So are these 3 years? The answer could be yes also, but you have to take only those 3 years where the due date has expired. When the person is withdrawing the amount, you have to see whether the due date of this year has expired or not. If the due date of this year has not expired, then you have to take this year and previous year 1920. You got it? I believe that you are able to recall this provision. So we have to take only those 3 years where the due date has expired. If the due date of last year was expired, you can take the last year also. If the due date was not expired, then take the earlier 3 years. Got it? Okay. Now there is an important amendment over here by Finance Act 2023. Examiner can ask you this: if the person who is withdrawing the amount is a cooperative society, if the person who is withdrawing the amount is a cooperative society, then the limit of 1 crore has been increased to 3 crore for them. So for them, it would be wherever you see 1 crore, we will replace it by 3 crores. So in that case, this cooperative society is duly filing all their returns on time. So we will say after 3 crore, we will be deducting 2% TDS. And let's say if this cooperative society is in the category of non-filers, in that case, above 20 lakh, we will deduct 2% because 20 lakh is not changed. 1 crore is changed. So above 20 lakh, we will deduct 2%, and above 3 crore, wherever you are seeing 1 crore, just replace it by 3 crores. So above 3 crore, you will be deducting 5% TDS. So I can say 0 to 20 for cooperative society. Guys, for cooperative society, if they are non-filers, 0 to 20 lakh, no TDS, 20 lakh to 300, that is 3 crores, 2%, and from 3 crore onwards, 5%. Got it? So these two are quite an important section for TDS. I believe that you understood these points. You are able to recall the provisions also. Okay, let's meet in our next video. Till then, thank you so much. Bye-bye and take care, and all the best for your examinations.